Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome back to Pensando Inglés, where I bring you real English that you can understand. Okay. So, guys, today we're going to have a conversation, okay? I'm not going to cut and edit this video. It's going to just be a real conversation between friends, okay? First, I'd like to say that I do not want to offend anybody with this video, okay? So anything I say, I do not say it with bad intent. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, okay? This is coming from a place of love and caring for my fellow human beings, okay? So today we're going to talk with what is perhaps the biggest health crisis in the United States right now, and certainly some other places around the world, but it's something that is huge in the US, okay? Obesity. What is obesity? Obesity is being severely overweight, okay? Sobrepeso. So, guys, obesity is an obvious issue here in the US. My wife and I, we went to the store the other day, maybe the biggest store in the United States, which is called Walmart, just in case there's no Walmarts where you are. And it seemed like everybody there was overweight, even severely overweight, okay? They were driving around on their little carritos, okay, because they can't even walk around the store. And guys, this isn't about being mean and saying, oh, you're fat, gordo, things like that. No, guys, what I told my wife is, I was like, everybody here is sick, okay? This isn't about looking attractive. This is about health. Every single one of those people is sick and nobody cares. Nobody cares, okay? The government doesn't say anything. Doctors don't care. Nobody's saying anything, all right? So I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Here we will say something. And like I said, it's not to shame anybody, not to hurt anybody's feelings or make fun of anybody, but we have a health crisis and it's killing people here. It's killing people, and to be honest, if somebody would run for president and say, you know what, I'm going to try and do something about the obesity in this country, I would vote for that guy. So it's a very important issue. So we're just going to talk about some things. I've got some notes here I want to talk about to give you guys a little bit of an idea about what's going on here in the US, why it's happening, and what it's doing to people, okay? So first, some statistics, okay? 41.9% of Americans are obese. 41.9, that's almost half, casi la mitad, okay? Almost half of Americans are obese. And 10% are severely obese, okay? So 10% means that 1 out of every 10 people from the United States are severely obese. And severely obese means that they are 80 to 100 pounds overweight. Okay, that would be something like 40 kilos overweight. Okay? So 1 out of every 10 people is 40 something kilos overweight. Okay? Can you imagine? And some are 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds overweight. Guys, if this topic interests you, I want to recommend you a show to watch in English, okay? You might be able to find full episodes on YouTube. It's called My 600 Pound Life. My 600 Pound Life, okay? And it details people who are 600 pounds or, like 280, 300 kilos. They're huge, all right? And these people are stuck in their beds. They can't walk. It's terrible. It's so sad. Okay, so 1 out of every 5 children in the US is obese. Guys, when I was a kid, okay, in the 90s, los 90, in my school, there was only 1 child in the whole school, all of the grades, there was 1 kid that was big, only 1. Now, when I go to pick up my son from school, everywhere, it seems like half the kids are overweight and they're breathing heavy, they're sweating. These are children and they're already sick. So imagine over the next 20, 30 years, what's going to happen to them. and their parents aren't doing anything about it. The school doesn't care. The school gives them unhealthy lunches. So not only is it hurting people's health, but it's a big strain on tax dollars too, because the medical system, government funded medical system, has to pay an additional $173 billion a year to treat people who are suffering from problems caused by obesity. 173 billion tax dollars that they take from people like me when we work, are being spent on people who need to go to the hospital due to issues caused by obesity. And guys, you know what? I hate taxes, and I think 99.99% of the people in the government are clowns and they're wasting the money. But one thing I do want my tax dollars to go to is helping people, okay? So I am all for my tax dollars helping people medically, but the thing is, these are issues that could have been prevented, okay? If they just weren't obese, they wouldn't be dealing with these issues, and they'd be much happier. So that's the problem with that. So those are just some of the statistics, some of the facts about the obesity problem here in the US. Now, what are the causes? Why? Why is that happening here in particular and in other Western or Occidental countries? So the Western diet. This is a diet rich in large meals filled with grains like rice and wheat, okay, bread, pasta, unhealthy fats like vegetable oil, corn oil, things that are fried, sugary drinks. People drink so many pops, Kool-Aid, things filled with sugar, and ultra-processed foods such as snack cakes, cookies, basura. It's not even food, guys, and they sell it to our kids. Makes me sick. Another reason is a huge lack of exercise. So in the past, everybody who had a job worked with their hands. Now we have computers, now we have AI, okay? A lot of people's job consists of sitting and typing on a computer all day, okay? The men are not out working in fields, building houses, okay? So that's another reason why people are not getting a lot of exercise at all. And another one, which is a huge thing with the kids, video games, guys. Kids just want to play games. When I was a kid, when a lot of you guys were kids, we just played outside. We'd go outside and play with a ball, run to the park, ride around on our bikes if we had them. Play with your friends. Me and my cousin spent every weekend walking around in the woods, trying to catch birds and stuff, okay? We were flaquitos, okay? Because we were outside walking all day long. Kids don't want to do that these days. And one last interesting fact that may have something to do with a potential cause is the less money you have, the more chance you have of being obese. So the more money, the less obesity. So it's happening to poor people, guys. It's happening to people with less money. Now, there are several reasons this could be. It could be that these people who have less money are growing up in poorer areas where the schools are not good, nobody's teaching them, their parents went to those schools, so their parents don't know better to teach them. So that's just an interesting correlation, which means these two things are linked together. Poverty and obesity go hand in hand here. And there has never been a time in the world history where the poor people were overweight, okay? Kings used to be obese because they had money to eat. Now the poor people are obese and the people with money are not. So that's just an interesting correlation, like I said. And it's probably due to a lack of education and things like that. Health problems, guys. So many health problems can be prevented. Cardiovascular disease, which means anything to do with your heart, blood, heart pumping through your body. Obesity increases the risk of high blood pressure, and this can be a risk for heart disease and stroke, okay? Type 2 diabetes, guys. Obesity can cause a person's body to resist insulin or not produce enough of it to control blood sugars. Type 2 diabetes can lead to other complications, vision problems, infections, heart failure, and chronic kidney disease. Guys, this is no joke. Some cancers can even increase the risk, or obesity can increase the risk of some cancers, okay? Breast, colon, liver, kidney, and thyroid cancers. Your risk goes way up if you are obese. Breathing problems. Obesity can cause breathing problems such as asthma and sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is where you stop breathing while you're sleeping, okay? If you watch the show, My 600-Pound Life, a lot of them have to sleep with a mascara of oxygen, okay? They have to sleep with an oxygen mask because they can't even breathe on their own. And another one, which, guys, is a huge issue. So if I had to decide what the top 2 things causing illness, causing stress and problems in the US, the 2 health issues, I would say obesity and this next one, mental illness. And obesity can lead to mental illness such as clinical depression and anxiety. And on the opposite side of that coin, exercise can help treat depression and anxiety. It releases chemicals in your brain that make you happier naturally. So that's another thing. With increased obesity, increased risk of mental health illnesses. And when you lower your obesity, you lower your body weight, you lower the risk of these mental illnesses. So that's another interesting thing to think about. So the last thing I want to talk about, guys, is a trend that is being pushed by social media, by the TV stations, by Hollywood. It's a very unhealthy, sick trend, and it's called the body positivity movement. And they're trying to show models who are overweight. Guys, this is not okay. I watched a video the other day. It was in Spanish. And the girl was talking about 3 body positivity influencers. They were severely overweight women, and they made YouTube channels talking about how they are just as healthy as anybody else. And all 3 of them died in their 30s, okay? 31, 33, okay? They all died in their 30s. And guys, social media will be trying to tell you that it's okay, that it's beautiful, that it's healthy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be a beautiful person and be overweight. We all have problems, okay? We've all got problems. And guys, believe it or not, I've been overweight, all right? I've been overweight. There was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I was probably 50 pounds overweight. So guys, you wouldn't even recognize me if I showed you what I looked like back then. Way overweight. Huge stomach. And guys, I felt bad, felt terrible. And I still deal with eating issues. So I'm not judging anybody. You could be a beautiful person, but your health is suffering, no matter what they tell you. Obesity is not healthy, it is an illness, and it leads to many other illnesses. So, guys, that's just my message with this video. I'm nobody to judge, guys. I've had so many health problems that I've caused myself from drinking, from eating bad foods, from not exercising. I've put my body through a lot of things that I should have never put it through. I'm not judging. I'm here with love for my fellow human being. We need to lift each other up, and instead of saying you're healthy that way, we should be putting it out in social media, the risk and how to fix it, okay? Walking, eating fruits and vegetables and healthy meats, okay? Guys, a lot of times we make excuses, we don't want to accept the reality, but the reality is that obesity can kill you. So, and I might add that I've watched it kill my father. So, That's just my experience. I've seen it literally kill someone. My father had heart failure, and that was 100% due to his eating habits and not taking care of himself. So I watched it kill my own father. Don't let it happen to you guys. If you're struggling with this, look for help. You know, there's a lot of people online who will help you for free. Find a fitness YouTuber who doesn't have a lot of subscribers, and I promise they will be thrilled to help you out, okay? You can't reach out to celebrities, they're not gonna help you. But guys, I answer all my comments. If someone asks me, how can I do this? What do I need to do? I respond. I give a full answer because I care, okay? And I promise if you reach out to a small fitness YouTuber, they'll be just like me. They're trying to make a difference, they're trying to make it, and they'll help you out. All right, guys, that's our discussion between friends for today. Talking a little bit about a huge problem here in the US. Like I said, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I wish peace, love, and blessings to every single one of you. Como siempre, mis amigos queridísimos. Muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.